Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, this is Barbara Calvano, and welcome to Let's Ask the Angels on Blog Talk Radio. Join me now for guidance and messages from the divine to support you on your path to living with mastery.
Hello, everyone. It's Barbara Calvano, and welcome to Let's Ask the Angels here on Blog Talk Radio since January 2013. This is probably my last show here as Blog Talk Radio is closing down, and I will be on Spreaker for replay or any of the platforms that you listen to me already on replay. And I'm looking to do live readings like I do here on YouTube or Facebook and Instagram. So to find that information, stay in touch with me. Subscribe at my website, bcalvanocoaching.com. I must say I got a little emotional getting ready for this episode. I've been doing this again, like I said, for 11 years, a decade and more. So much has happened, and it's really been an honor to be here. I've met a lot of wonderful people, new clients, and it has gone really fast. So almost 300 episodes and many, many downloads and listens across many platforms. So I really appreciate all of you who listen, and I look forward to continue this. Right before I got on the air, I saw something on Instagram. It says, "You'll never find peace in an environment you are supposed to outgrow." So it's time to stretch our wings and take off to new horizons. Again, it seems like yesterday was my very first show here. And I remember booking it, scheduling it for 2012 in December. But I was so nervous about starting a podcast on angels. And I didn't get around it until January. So I will be downloading all my episodes, and they should be at Spreaker or even on YouTube. I'm working on that project now, and it's been interesting. If you've been a long-time follower of me, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me, tell me what it's been like for you for all these years. It's been pretty intense and incredible at the same time. So thank you all. Thank you, Blog Talk Radio, for providing this platform that I can be with people, that I can speak with them, do live readings here, and yes, it's been something. My parents were 80 when I started. Now they're 91. I had all my 5 little cats that I had since they were kittens. They all passed on me during the pandemic, so they were like all 20 years old at that time. So many things, a lot in the acting industry. And since then, I've kind of closed down working in certain areas, moving on to other creative projects. And one of the things I've always had with me are the assistance and support of the angels, which, if you're still new to the concept of angels, it's basically the support of the universe. It's the support of the universe through angelic love, through the energy of supportive beings of love, and learning all about this all these years. And to know that we can be on the planet and we can see like what's going on right now. There's a lot, and it's kind of even getting more escalating. So what are we going to do? How are we going to be? How are we going to live our lives for the next decade? As many of us are aging. If you're in your 20s, you're aging too, but you don't feel it until you're much older. So there's a lot to deal with. And what I have always found is this new idea about asking your angels for support. They don't do it for you. They don't give you exact answers all the time, but you do get a connection to trust your own inner self, your own inner wisdom, and you grow. And you find a way to be with all of this with awareness, being conscious, and your life expands, your life gets bigger, it grows, you are more aware of your emotions, you're able to handle more, and in so many words, you're able to embrace life and to really enjoy being here, even with all of its struggles and hardship and changes. So here's to Blog Talk Radio, and again, we'll be moving to Spreaker, to where I will connect with all the other platforms. And again, I look forward to doing live work with you, live readings. And the best way to stay in contact is, again, through my website. So thank you all. This is like the final farewell show. I may do a brief 15-minute show just to give the logistics and details of where I'm moving to and what's going on. But it's been really special, and I really do appreciate it. And I want to say, when you're having fun, time goes by fast, really fast. And that's one thing I do to help people, is to find out what really do they want to do in their lives in my 1-hour readings with you. So that's that for now. I do have a special right now, a 8 to 10 minute audio recorded reading for you for $24. You cannot beat that. And you can email me your question, and I will just pull the cards for you. And that is a special that I'm doing right now for limited time only. And you can get that information at my website also. So these are the messages for December. And December we're halfway through. I was guided to pull 6 cards. I've never done that before. And we're doubling up on 2 for Archangel Michael, 2 for Archangel Gabriel, and 2 for Archangel Raphael. And one of the things the angels wanted me to tell you is this, and I really noticed it big time. And that word is repeated. Their energy is so huge. Now, I know you may know that, but here's the deal. I used to see and feel angels, maybe that they were like 10 feet tall. I'll give you my estimate. Recently, my experience of angels' energy is about like 30, 50 feet tall. So for me, they are occurring as huge. And I present that to you. If you feel like the inclination to step into a church, even though you don't belong to that church, it's all right. They always welcome everyone, especially during this holiday time, Christmas time. You can ask that the angels show up for you and see what happens. And you may feel something. Most likely it's more like a clairsentience experience than a clairvoyant. And their presence, they're really huge right now. So that factors in their support is even more immense for us right now. More comforting, more security, more connection. But their angels their presence is really huge. For a moment, I thought about talking about the drones, but that's a whole nother situation. And I have a brother that was in the military and working with security airplanes, and basically he says, all okay. There's a lot of people just wanting to play around with us with these drones. And I mentioned that because they're flying around above us. So we have 2 ways of looking at that situation. One, freaking out, which people do in life. Something happens and they freak out. They go into a lot of negative thinking. Or the other side is maybe there's nothing wrong. Maybe everything is okay, but we can catch ourselves moving towards freaking out and being scared and being thrown, being pushed aside from our peace. So check in with your angels daily, whether you have an oracle deck, an angel deck, however you connect with your angels. I've taught a lot about that in the past 11 years here, and I'll continue to do that. But so we have Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael as a huge presence right now. Think of them as coaches, life coaches, angel and energetic coaches that are here to support us with where you are at in your life right now and what you're preparing for 2025. And I know many of you may be like me. We're looking at what the next 4 years of the administration here in the United States is going to be. And it's not going to be easy, but we even more need to hold on to our spiritual tools to stay centered and peaceful. And the other thing, have fun, because the last thing we want to do is be thrown by darkness to the side so that we are not enjoying our lives. Yes, you can still enjoy your life while there is chaos, stupidity, and ignorance flying all around you. It is possible. One of the new things I'm doing is I'm going to be studying songwriting, something I've been put off for a long time. I signed up for a class, and I've never felt more excited. So you can do those things that you've been dreaming about, even in the midst of a constant change around you. And this is a skill that takes time to learn how to do, but it's totally, totally possible. You can have the utmost joy at the same time things are, again, changing around you. My parents are now 91, so their health is a little precarious, so they're okay right now. But these are things I need to embrace. But at the same time, it's also time to go after some of those dreams that I've had forever. And I am standing for you to do that also. Believe it or not, it's the perfect time to go after the things that you really, really, really want to experience in this one precious life that you have this time. So again, with Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, basically they're giving us the total gift of their love and support so that we can be prepared. The Diana Cooper deck that I have, and also with Kyle Gray, these are the messages. Here we go. First is stand in your power. This is from Michael. Stand in your power. Be true to yourself. And then the other card with it is spiritual acceleration. You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. So just like I said, it's not a time to wait. If anything, this is the right time to move ahead. And one could easily, like I said, say we have to wait till everything settles down around us. And if you haven't noticed, things don't settle down. They keep escalating. So you listen to your heart. What are your dreams and goals? And find people to support you and find groups that you can belong to live your life fully and not let yourself be distracted by anything. So Archangel Michael radiates glorious royal blue light and beams strength, courage, and truth over individuals and humanity as a whole. He shields you with deep blue cloak of protection, but his aim is to enable you to protect yourself with your own inner power. So he's helping you to strengthen your aura, which is your own personal shield. He's in charge of the throat chakra of humanity. When this center is completely open and awake, you will live in total honor and honesty, and everyone will trust you. You will also be able to communicate telepathically with all sentient beings on this planet and beyond. So Michael always strengthens you, helps you develop courage, and protects you. Trust him to look after you. So also, his higher message for you is about self-reliance. Call on him to boost your resolution so that you take action with integrity. Hold your own sword of truth and step forward on your ascension path with resolution and valor. It's time to manifest your own reality consciously with the focus and force of your thoughts and your energy. Be a true leader of vision and power and protect those who need it. Stand in your integrity, splendor, and let the world see your divine self. So this is the kind of majestic information and light that we're really being given by Michael right now. The spiritual acceleration. Michael, he who is like God, is considered to be the Prince of Light, the chief of the angelic realm. He is a powerful force who has been venerated as a saint and is known as the protector of those working in services such as the police, the special forces, and the fire brigade. The divine counterpart is faith. Michael is also the presence we can invoke whenever we are feeling fearful or constrained. He will cut through the ties of fear and liberate us. So all the roadblocks you have been facing are tumbling down. You hear that, people? This is such a great time to move forward. Angels are giving you the go ahead. Now is the time. Move forward in the knowledge that the divine is opening the way to experiences, opportunities, and connections that will help you live with purpose and live on purpose. With all that's happening, it's important to stay rooted in your spiritual practice and connection with the divine, because the loving presence is the reason you are who you are today. In the speed of it all, take the time to pause, reflect, and be grateful for where you are today. The energy of acceleration will not only catapult you into opportunities and experiences that will carry you towards success and achievement, but also take you beyond some of the people and places you once felt at home with. So there's a good chance that some people will feel left behind or unseen. To be aware that they will require tenderness and consideration. The ultimate key to growth is never to forget who you really are and where you have come from as you go further and reach higher. So, in order to enact any of this energy, you got to take action. You got to take that action. Make the change. And if you need support doing that, that's what I provide with my readings and coaching. So here we go to the second card. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, shimmer with diamond light. Express your creativity. So Archangel Gabriel is shimmering white, representing purity, clarity, joy, and creativity. His diamond-lit etheric retreat is above Mount Shasta. He helps you aspire to higher levels of light and enables you to find clarity and make wise decisions by placing his cosmic diamond over you. This cuts away any negativity so that you can view the situation from an enlightened perspective. He illuminates you with love and bliss. So in other words, one of the things I do for a shield, you can imagine yourself inside of a diamond. So that beautiful, faceted cut of the diamond is all around you. And it reflects away any negativity or any danger. So Archangel Gabriel also holds the blueprints for your ascended base, sacral, and navel chakras. Drawing this card suggests that you are seeking clarity about a person or situation. So sit quietly and Archangel Gabriel asks her for guidance. Visualize his vast shimmering cosmic diamond being placed right over your energy fields to hold you in the highest light. As this happens, know that old ideas, outmoded viewpoints are being released and that your frequency, my cat just jumped up on the shelf, is rising. This will enable you to see everything from an enlightened perspective. Archangel Gabriel will also support you in writing, art, or any other form of creative expression. This is a time for joy and wisdom and a new trust in the universe. So demonstrate these qualities today. So that's what we have for Gabriel. Now we move to Raphael. Many people right now need healing, extra healing. So Gabriel teaches us about that. And here it is, clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently, to initiate healing and experience wholeness. Raphael's naming God heals, and he's the archangel who is associated with health and healing. The book of Tobit relates that he once disguised himself as a human in a congregation and was able to heal a man on the side of the road from sickness and blindness. The sickness and blindness are considered to be metaphorical, referring to the idea that Raphael healed how the man felt about a particular situation and shifted his perspective. It's for this reason that he looked upon his guide to help us heal on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So it's interesting. It really is the ability for us to see a different perspective that can lend to our healing. Now that shifting our perspective may have us see a choice to find a different type of doctor, healer, coach. Try something different. When we are fixated that there's only one solution, that could possibly be limiting and keep us in a position that doesn't move. So in order to heal, we have to begin to be open, like really open to see all the possibilities that might be present, but we can't see if we're stuck only on one way that we think that is going to heal us. So spiritual vision isn't only about developing the ability to see spiritual beings or energies. It's also about developing the openness to see things from a higher perspective. With this card, you are being encouraged to see your current situation differently. This isn't about right or wrong. It's about developing the compassion and composure to pay attention to the experiences and input of those around you and see things from a different point of view. And I think that's really incredible because one, if you are ill right now or in a situation that needs healing, can you even imagine another way of being? Can you imagine being free? Can you imagine being really light, healed, feeling great? Can you imagine that? So that's one of the ways we shift into complete healing. Can you even imagine being free of all the constraints and struggles and upset that can come with being ill or a situation that really is not well for you, right? So it's the idea to be open enough to visualize being self-reliant, to see another way. See another way. And here we go with more on Raphael. See with enlightened eyes, open to abundance. Archangel Raphael presents himself as a glorious emerald green light. He is known as the angel of healing, for he can transmute the density in your mental and emotional bodies so that the physical can become divinely healthy. And his etheric retreat is above Fatima, Portugal. So your third eye is a crystal ball. Now that's a whole show I could do just on the third eye, right? Archangel Raphael helps you to clear it so that you can view everything from an enlightened perspective and see your own divine magnificence. So instead of seeing the situation that you're dealing with that needs to be healed as bad, horrible, impossible, hopeless, when we clear that third eye, we can begin to see it from a higher perspective, a different perspective, and perhaps see something else that we could not imagine before. And it could begin with a little light, a little hope, a little, oh, well, okay, this is what I have, now what? But to be open to the now what instead of like I'm doomed is a big shift. That's a big shift. So he also supervises the abundance consciousness of humanity, inspiring us all to attune to the infinite plenty of the universe. So in this universe, there is infinite amount of energy. But if we have a fixated way of looking at something, we're missing it. We're missing the boat. We can't see it. We can only see our limited vision. So the cosmos is benevolent. And when you transform your personal beliefs and raise your frequency to match that of your dreams, they will automatically come to fruition. Now that is also a whole show that I could do on. The cosmos is benevolent. And when you transform your personal beliefs and raise your frequency to match those of your dreams, they will automatically come to fruition. Raising your frequency. I've talked about that a lot. Begin to look at what you may know that you're doing that has a negative influence on your vibe, on your vibration. Like, no kidding. Like when you shift it, the whole universe shifts. As I had spoken before, 34 years ago, when I quit drinking alcohol and I was guided to go to AA, my whole life shifted completely from black and white to full color. So that in a great way. So by making a choice, a change, and it's not easy to do by ourselves. We often need the support of groups of coaches and counselors and therapists. But those are all earth angels all around us to give us guidance, to help us step through our changes. So this card reminds you that the universe wants you to enjoy health, abundance, and prosperity. It is your choice. You create your own reality. You are in charge of your thoughts. You are in charge of your thoughts. Make them golden and focused on the vitality, richness, and joy you desire. Now, if you spend a couple minutes a day doing this, just take a moment and visualize. Visualize your highest goals and dreams. And let that frequency just penetrate every cell of your body. Maybe do that twice a day, maybe 6 times a day, every few hours. See what happens. It's free to do. You don't have to pay anyone to do that. It's something that you could do on your own to raise your frequency. Do it often. Make a vision board of it. Make a painting of it. Write it down in your journal. But our lives do become from our thoughts. Your entire life is a reflection of your beliefs, so examine them now. If they do not serve your highest good, you can change them. If you believe you deserve success, you attract it. While the foundation for joy is the belief that you deserve true happiness, your guidance is to change something today so that it can serve your highest good. So that's big, big message. Your guidance is to change something today so that it serves your highest good. Look at your life and the world from an enlightened perspective and see the best in everything. So when I say that, I'm not telling you to sugarcoat a bad situation. Many people are in some very difficult situations right now. I'm not telling you to put like icing on a mud pie, as they say. See the reality. See the reality of this, your financial situation, your personal relationship situation, your career, anything that you're looking at. But we don't focus on that as the reality forever. That is what it is today. How would you like to see it shift? How would you like to see it shift? Instead of focusing on the negativity, focus on a positive aspect of it, if you could even find it. And that positive aspect might be that you woke up today. It could be that simple. Or if you are in recovery, that you just didn't drink or do drugs today. So I'm going to go back. This whole message of today for the month of December as we go into 2025 is do something. Make a change. Do that one thing. Do that one thing in December. Let the archangels support you with that change. And what does that look like? It looks like, you taking a stand, taking the tiny action, and then be open to listening, hearing, seeing support that can show up around you as messages, as people, as statements, as emails, as signs, literally signs, billboards, or whatnot. The presence of angels is real. It's all around you. And especially right now, during this time of the Christmas season, I highly recommend step into a church. If you're not comfortable, sit in the back. Just be open to have a shift in the way you look at angels and energy. Not necessarily religion, that's a whole other topic, but just the presence of loving support. It is there, it is all around us, and it really is only for our asking. And things can change, I'm telling you, dramatically, miraculously. So those are the messages for December. And I'm going to take a moment and get some water, and then I'm going to do the readings on the air. I have a new time today because I wasn't sure what was going on with my schedule. So we're going to do that. And again, today is the last show on Blog Talk Radio before I move to another platform. And follow me on bcalvanocoaching.com to stay in touch with me. It has been my pleasure to be with you for these past 11 years. So just 1 second, and then I'll get right with you to do readings. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for you today. These are short readings, and again, I do have that special that I'm running for a limited time only. You can get an 8 to 10 minute audio recording emailed to you. You can ask me a question or two, and it's only $24. So you cannot beat that. I also have a full hour session that you can have with me on Zoom, and where we go through 10 cards at least, go through up to 5 questions. It's very, very in-depth, and we can help you move through a situation, get support and guidance with a particular area of your life that you want support in. Okay, so here we go today with these one-card readings on the air. Area code 708. What is your name, and how can I help you today? Hello there.
Hi, my name is Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
And I'm really sad about this. So let me get that out of the way. And I do have health issues, but I want to know what the angels have to offer as guidance.
Okay. Well, I hope today's, what I shared earlier, makes some difference for you.
It did. In fact, as you were talking, the sun came out. It's so warm.
Oh,
it was really cloudy. Yeah, it's really nice.
Start noticing that even more, okay? I'm just going to say that. Start noticing what happens when you walk through nature, when you connect with nature, and you'll start to see how you're really, really connected. That's what I'm going to say. It's pretty powerful when you really start to see that you are nature. You are a part of it. You're not separate, and it's there to support you also in all ways. Before I even pull a card.
Wherever I drive, I see hawks, and I say, hello, Mr. Hawk.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are, my dear. And then you later Google the spiritual meaning of hawks, because I feel it's really powerful. If that is your bird, if that is the animal totem that shows up for you, I would look that up. So here you are, Barbara. I love this for you. Okay, we have Archangel Raphael, and it is this major arcana card, which always means big changes. And big changes means like big changes, all right? So it says ego. So let's take a look at this. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So I don't know the extent of your illness, but what Raphael is helping you do is to clear away anything that's unnecessary in terms of negativity. Now, again, I have friends right now. I had a close friend who just passed to stage 4 cancer. I have 2 other clients that both are going through chemo and radiation. It's like the number of people I know that have cancer right now, it's more than I've ever known in my life, right? Now, we don't know the fate of their future, but what's surely going to help is that they can, on a daily basis, clear away any extra negativity,
Which I do.
Okay. Okie doke.
Mm-hmm.
So it's saying here that if you can take a look at ego as thinking that you have all the answers. So that's what the Archangel Raphael is helping you to see. Clear away if you have any rigidity about how it's going to go, any hopelessness, any terror, anything about all that. So we clear it away. What do I mean by clear it away? It's like taking a shower. It's like the sun came out also, in that tiny moment, you felt a glimmer of hope, right? So that also is a way, if you could know that, you could repeat that for yourself, like the song from Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow, right? The sun's going to keep coming out. I am bigger than this. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But we have control of our thoughts. I can control how I'm going to feel today. I'm not going to be completely taken by my fear, my upset, my complaint. Now, again, we don't want you to completely dismiss it, but maybe you want to take any thoughts you have that are not positive, write them all down. Just write them all down so you can empty yourself of it and then be left with, all right, I've got this going on with my body. What can I do today to assist it to heal? Can I learn how to relax more? Can I listen to meditation music? Can I study a little bit more about what I could do to take internally to help me with this right now? Now, it takes something to do that, rather than be caught up in it all, right? It takes something. But you have the power of Raphael with you to clear away that which would be having you think that only you are in charge. Because when we have the word ego, it means edging God out. So whether you believe in God or not, this is about the higher power does exist in some form, whether you connect with nature as your higher power or you actually can connect to a god or a goddess. But a power greater than ourselves does exist, I believe. And if you're having difficulty with that, maybe that's the kind of support you need right now to connect more deeply with that power. But the other thing that I'm feeling is that there are other earth angels around to support you, to get involved with others, with another, so that you don't go through this alone. That's really, really important, because when we're with others, we actually see and hear and feel new ideas, new possibilities. We may not agree with all of them, but we're exposed to other people's way of dealing with things. Mm-hmm. And you may want to find a positive group, because you don't want to get into a complaining group, because that could be worse for your health, right? So it's right. It's an interesting time. A cousin of mine's husband, he was only 79, I think, and he passed of long-term COVID difficulties. And I was thinking, not everybody has to pass from COVID. There are ways to support getting healthy, but if a person is not open to it, it's not going to happen, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that in my sense, in my feeling, I've seen miracles happen in terms of illness. And
I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly how I feel. I picture myself vibrant and young, and my body is healed.
Okay.
And now my latest thing is joy. I said to my daughter, let's go somewhere.
Okay. That's it. Then you keep doing that, and that's exactly what, you'll be fine, Yeah, that's you'll be fine. And that's the fact that you have the hawk show up around you. I'm pretty sure that has to do with strength and courage. So I would look and find out more about that. But focusing on joy is a frequency. It is a frequency, and every cell of your body can feel it. And yet, if the person had the other thought frequency of, I'm not going to make it, or why me, or any frequency that you feel, it actually pulls you down. You actually feel sicker, right? So we can't change the complete state of you right away, but it sure can make a huge impact by changing your framework of how you look at it. Joy is the highest vibration, period. That's it. Continue to focus on joy. And Raphael's color is pink. It's a fuchsia pink. So that incredible Barbie pink, beautiful pink, focus on the pink.
I see it all the time.
I love it. So, allow that in your life. It's real. Pink flowers, just the joy of that. So it is not easy to input joy in a situation that is like bad news, right? To the normal person, like, oh my God, this is bad news. But it could be, all right, who am I going to be in this matter right now? Am I going to be one of those who are victorious with it? What do I need to learn from this? That's another beautiful question. And
that is a good question. I ask a lot.
Yeah. And it may be that I'm bigger than this illness. That's what I'm hearing the angels say. I am bigger than this illness. Ego is the word that you got on the card. And that means edging God out. So allow your connection to your higher power to be stronger, more continuous than you've ever felt before. It's like a really good internet connection. You really high-speed connection that you will have, and you will intuitively know what to do. You'll intuitively know what to do, left or right, which way to go and what to do. But it is no small thing that you've discovered that you can have joy even in the midst of something that's not great. You can still have joy. And we've seen it happen. And lastly for this, Barbara, is, I'm going to give you extra time because I don't have a lot of callers today. When you do this for yourself, you're doing this for the world. Because of the number of people who get hit with bad news and they just fall under. They just fall down. They just, when you stand with courage, with Archangel Michael and Gabriel and Raphael, you are shifting the frequency of the world and pretty sure of the people all around you. So when we do these things, it's not just for our own. We are really making a difference for the world. So when you know that you are that connected, how would you feel if you knew that you could call the sun? You could actually cause the clouds to part and the sun could show up. Maybe you can. Keep watching. Keep seeing that.
That's why I like to be positive, because you don't know what your light shines for someone else.
Yeah.
You don't know the connection.
You don't know.
When you're good and you do good and you say good, it can only be good that comes out of it.
Yeah. And what happens, but we don't even notice, it's amplified. It is so amplified. It's like when you drop a stone in the pond and then you see the ripple effect, right? It's like that. Because most people, when they get bad news, they go into reaction and stuckness and anger, which is normal. But when we're able to move through those spaces quickly, like, okay, this happened, I'm pissed, I don't like it, then you move through all the spaces, and then you're like, okay, now what? Then all of a sudden, something, inspiration or something shows up to you, and you go, all right, I'm going to breathe. I'm going to learn how to breathe through this, because that's maybe the purpose of this illness is to teach you how to live. To teach you how to live. Yeah.
Yeah, it taught me a lot. It really, it is, stage 4 has taught me a lot. But you know what? I don't have it as a calling card. I just keep moving and doing, and as soon as I get off the phone with you, I'm taking my dog and I'm going up and I'm taking in that sun. Yeah,
and the oxygen for your cells, and
right.
keep visualizing you holding that vision. That's what I talked about today. Hold the vision of how you see yourself, and that can return to you. That can return, and that is such a tiny act, but it is everything. It is everything. So
it is.
So thank you so much for sharing that.
Any day you don't have pain. Yeah, any day you don't have pain and you feel normal, but they're telling you all this other stuff, and I think, let go, let God.
Yeah.
I got to be on my high flying disc. Yeah.
Thank you. And that pink, I'm telling you, get a pink scarf or something if you don't have one already, just to keep, And the pink is that, the color for breast cancer, but, I really feel that we're given certain situations to learn from them. We're going to learn from them, or we're not. And then, unfortunately, if we reincarnated again and we get the same situation, like the same, I would say we get the same cards, we get the same situation. We're like, why do I have to go through this again? Well, because we didn't learn it. And if there's anything that I've been seeing over and over and over again is that there is more support than we realize. And some people I know don't go to the doctor because they're afraid of the cost and the money. That's real. But there are ways we can find around it. Be anywhere from a GoFundMe account to a doctor changing their fees for you, or there's so many possibilities. But if we think there's only one way and that's it, we're pretty stuck.
As my grandmother say, you're a cooked goose.
Yep. I love that.
And I always, I think about her so often in this time, and I thought, I'll be glad a heck in a handbasket if I'm going to be a cooked goose.
Mm-hmm.
And I just see this, this goose, or somebody holding the thing by the bird by a pot of water, like putting them in. I'm like, oh heck no, that ain't me. You know.
Very good.
Nope. Well,
so
thank you, and I will definitely seek you out. Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, we'll find our new platform, and this has been great to be so easily connected to someone like you and people just to talk and share. It's been really, it's been special. And
definitely.
I hold you in my heart and prayers and continue to move forward like you're doing. Really, continue. All right, my dear. You're so welcome. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, next caller is area code 951. What is your name and how may I help you today? Hello there.
Hi, it's Nathaniel.
Oh, my. Hello, Nathaniel.
Hey, well, farewell to Blog Talk.
Yes. Yes.
Well, bright horizons for you, and I'm just kind of wondering about my life and health and, kind of maybe, some direction.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting, about these changes that we need to make. And, if you had listened to the first part, it says, what is one change that you can make that you could do for December? One change. And one change for many people, especially if they're not well, is to drink more water. It's a simple thing. It's a very simple thing. And you'd be surprised at the number of people who are dehydrated. So it's a simple change just to get more water into you every day so it can help flush out that which needs to be moved out of your body. And one of the reasons for a lot of illness is that things that are in the bodies that are toxic are sticking around and not being moved out on a regular basis, like completely. So water is like such a simple, thing.
Have you heard about the ionic foot bath? Have you ever heard about that ionic foot bath? It's supposed to release stuff from your lymphatic system.
I've heard of it. Yes.
I wonder if it would help, but.
Well, you could find out more about that. That could be your one change to find out more. Right now I'm working a lot with certified organic essential oils, which some people think are just these flowery things that make the air smell good, but when they're basically...
Why would people use perfumes if they have the aromatherapy oils, To me, it's always seemed like that for years.
Yeah, but these essential oils, there's something called the Symphony of the Cells protocol where the oils are placed on your spine and they literally go to every organ of your body in a particular protocol, whether it is for infectious disease or inflammatory or lymphatic system, and it activates those organs, many of them which are not fully operating. They're not fully awakened. They're not fully functioning. So when you have them that wake up and they're able to do their job, they can help detoxify the body. And I find it extremely powerful working.
Exercising and keep moving, isn't that good?
Yeah, of course. Exercise, eating healthy. So here's the card that I was guided to pull for you. It is King of Earth, and it describes you or someone coming into your life as genuine, generous, professional, responsible, practical. And the message is a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. And the Midas touch. And I could be wrong, but I think I've pulled this card for you before. But anyway, here we are. So you know what the Midas touch is? Anything you touch can turn to gold. So you just mentioned this ionic bath thing. Well, I would research more about it if that's what calls to you, to help pull out the toxins that need to be released from your body. Because sometimes when we are taking medications, that also can stay in our body longer than we really want it to. It can do this job, but we also want it to move through and leave our body. So I would check out the very thing that you mentioned, because oftentimes the angels, that's how they work with us. They give us an idea. They give us information, and it's up to us to personally go through and find out about it. How much it costs, everything.
Swelling out your legs and stuff, and release heavy metals.
So you have this wonderful, wonderful message from King of Earth. So it says successful time. So I would just allow this beautiful energy of, it says confidently accept opportunities you're offered. So maybe you'll go to a place and they'll give you a free treatment. You never know. Maybe, but you have the Midas touch. You have more magic than you realize. That's what the card is saying. You have more magic than you realize. You get to choose. Like I just spoke to the last caller. You get to choose in creating this next, I want to say decade, this next month, this next part of your life. You get to choose that. And you have, it says, a successful time. Now, when the angels present us with such positivity, it's up to us to say, I got it. I'll take it. I'll embrace it. Thank you. Or we could say, well, I don't feel that. I don't feel it. So that's what I like about the angel energy. It presents us the opportunity to shift the way we're looking at something, to see not just the positive, but yet another perspective. Like maybe it's not as bad as they say, or we think it is. Maybe there's some gold here, but we can't see it if we're so stuck in looking at it one way. Does that make sense? So that is your card for the day, King of Earth. You can't get better than that. And I would keep saying, I have the Midas touch. What would I like to create today? I have the Midas touch. What do I want to create today? And I would be with that mantra for yourself. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. When are you going to be on
Okay. You're so welcome, and we will, hopefully I'll get to see you on the next platform for our live calls, but thank you for being a longtime listener and call-in for my show, Nathaniel. It's been a real honor to be here and to serve you.
Well, thank you very much for being there.
Okie dokie. So you take care. I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, the next caller I have is area code 917. Looks like I already have you on. 917, Hello. Are you there? Hi there.
Hi. Oh, thank you. I'm so sad that I think this is your last call-in show.
Yeah, that company, Blog Talk Radio, is closing down, and we all have to scatter and find a new place to go and be. So that's what we're doing. Yeah,
right.
It's sad. Yeah.
I know. And I saw you go on the Spreaker, but I know that's not a call-in. So
no,
we will miss that. This is very nice. Thank you for offering all these years. And I was intrigued with you also the fact that I saw that you were an actress besides doing this angel channeling and coaching. And I had originally hoped, maybe I can act with you someday. I've to try to resurrect my career, but I've been so bogged down with health issues it hasn't happened.
Okay.
And now I have
I'm going to be on. Yeah, I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm going to be doing live readings on YouTube Facebook or Instagram. So depending on the date and whatnot. But if you follow me at my website and subscribe to the newsletter, you'll know where it's happening. So I will be doing live readings, and it's just getting that started again. So,
good.
So what is your name?
Casey.
Hi, Casey.
Hi.
All right, my dear. So how can I help you today?
Yeah, well, what is the guidance coming up for me regarding this health issue? I have a consult coming up right after Christmas, and, will that doctor work with me, really help me, or anything about the apartment problem? I have so many things happening.
Okay, so this is a one-card reading, so we're going to see how, with your health, and oftentimes if you are worried about something else, which it sounds like with the apartment, that's going to affect your health. So starting right off the bat, finding a way not to be, it sounds so simple, but it's huge. How can I be peaceful with all that I am dealing with? How can I be peaceful? And if you listen to the first part of the show, that's all it was talking about, is that we have the power. Our thoughts create reality. And we have the support of the angels to make positive changes. Sounds so simple, but that's it. Can we control our thoughts and make one change? Go ahead and make one change now, today, that would make a difference. And that change could be being more positive. It sounds so Pollyannish, right? Just be positive, right? Yeah. Find a way to be positive, which equates to being powerful over your situation. So the card I pulled for you is 7 of Water, and it says a complex decision. I like that. You describe it. The need to do research, okay, and stop procrastinating. So I like this. Maybe there's some research that you could be doing that will give you more knowledge and information, and you might have a little bit more clarity and a new perspective on looking at your illness. All right? So it does absolutely acknowledge a complex decision. So out of all the chakras, do you know the chakra colors, like yellow, orange, red, blue, violet? Those are the basic ones. What color stands out for you the most?
Red or yellow.
Okay, and that's interesting because red has to do with your security. That would be your apartment. Yellow has to do with your power. Do you feel empowered or not? That's your power center, your solar plexus. So you're right on. So in more research. So instead of having everything as a major upset in your head and in your body, write everything down. Ask the archangels to remove anything that you don't need. Sounds so simple. It sounds almost like, what could that do? Begin to see that. Are you adding more energy to being sick and worried? Or are you able to shift how you're looking at the situation and begin to feel empowered, lighter, maybe even more peaceful and I have to go soon, in trusting that there could be a whole new way of looking at both of those things that you're talking about. And I would recommend listening to the first part of the show again if you missed any of it, because it's all about you have the power. All right, my dear. I have to go now.
Research I already did, because I did do research to find this doctor I have a consult with coming up.
Well, it also could be research on the particular illness that you have.
I know. I mean, I have. So, but does it mean I need more, or is it acknowledging that I've done it?
It says to do research, to do more. So it doesn't mean that do more, so that you may feel more peaceful. So I have to go so the show will record accurately. I appreciate you being here. I wish you the very, very best. I wish you the very best.
Take you.
Care.
You too.
Have a beautiful day. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. It's been a great 11 years on Blog Talk Radio, and adios. Arrivederci. We'll see you at the next episode live at the YouTube and Spreaker for replays. It has been a true, true blessing to be here. Thank you so much.